This video is in response to the video that just came out today by Viva Longevity, this guy right here, Chris McCaskill, and he had interviewed today this nutrition researcher named Walter Willett. Walter Willett is the head of the School of Public Health over at Harvard. Okay, so he's about as high up as it gets in the nutrition world of official approved university type stuff. Chris McCaskill said that he thinks that he is, well, he said that he is proof, he's the most cited scientist in nutrition science or something like that. And I just want to let you know, I personally, in my opinion, I think his research is a joke and a disgrace. I think Viva Longevity is full of nonsense, full of BS, and you can publish 1,000 papers. You can be in all the journals. You can be cited by thousands of people. It doesn't mean you're telling the truth, okay? And what they said, in my opinion, is completely ridiculous. It is a complete contradiction of Walter Kempner, Dr. John McDougall, David Blankenhorn, Caldwell Esselstyn, Nathan Pritikin, and the other really top-notch people who've sort of built up knowledge of the truth in nutrition fields. Now I'm just going to show you my version of the pyramid of health here. The pyramid of, diet. This is what I call the Spartan vegan diet, the Peter Rogers diet, and it's pretty much the same thing as Esselstyn and McDougall. Okay, there's a few differences. Okay, so at the base of it is all the social stuff. Maintain your social relationships, try to manage your stress, get your exercise, get your sunshine, your sleep. Be religious, because religious people are way healthier. Okay, and it's a better way to be in life. Atheists are scumbags. Okay. Starches. Starches should be the majority of your calories. McDougall would say 90%. I would say at least 50%. I eat a lot more fruits than McDougall would recommend, but he was sort of talking about your average middle-aged and older person who wants to start getting better fast and doesn't know what to do at all, just how to get started. Okay, then fruits, then veggies, and then, make sure you floss your teeth at night and, brush your teeth. You don't even need toothpaste, but just brush to get the biofilm off there so the bacteria can't stick to them and cause cavities. So anyways, that's a simple food pyramid, easy to understand. And you want to be low fat. The lower the fat, the less diabetes, hypertension, and obesity. Anyways, I want you to see the Walter Willett pyramid that they're pretending. What's happening is the McDougall diet and the McDougall legacy, the whole low-fat vegan diet, which I call the low-fat fanatics, is being replaced by what I would call the high-fat phonies. The high-fat phonies pretend that they're the ones that got all these great results that were obtained by McDougall, Pritikin, Kempner, Esselstyn, for example, but it's not true. The high-fat phony diet, according to my calculation, and Walter Willett is like king of the high-fat phonies, in my opinion, this diet is going to put you in the ballpark of 35-40% fat or more, okay? He puts right at the foundation of his diet what he calls healthy fats. And what does he mean by healthy fats? He means olive oil. He also doesn't just mean olive oil. He also means canola oil, which is GMO, soybean oil, usually GMO, corn oil, usually GMO, sunflower oil, peanut oil, and other vegetable oils. And he says margarine is good as long as it's trans fat free. Okay, that's nonsense. That's crap, all right? If I was teaching a nutrition class at a grad school or a college, and somebody put this at the foundation of the pyramid, I would flunk the student. Okay, we know from the Meyer, Friedman, Ray Rosenman studies, the PUFAs were even worse than the sat fats for causing blood sludge. We know that, okay? We know from the Blankenhorn studies, all fats, including PUFAs and olive oil, were highly atherogenic, okay? So you just don't want to go down this path. The PUFAs tend to have tons of problems with lipid peroxidation. As Tetsumoto Yamashima, the dementia researcher, showed, he thinks they're the main reason of more dementia in Japanese populations today because they're eating more fried food. Okay, you look at Chris Knob, the ophthalmologist. He thinks PUFAs are the main thing making people sick, and there's obviously more to it than that. But PUFAs are a disaster for health. Okay, and they're recommending that would be one of the foundation foods in your diet, and they're claiming that PUFAs are actually good for you. Yeah, right. Some likely rancid industrial factory product with nothing but fat in it. In my opinion, I think that's a terrible food. You should never have one drop of that stuff. And then he says, some poultry and fish is okay. Yeah, fish is just full of mercury and other estrogenic chemicals. It's toxic. You don't ever want to eat fish. Then he recommends a lot of nuts and seeds. In one previous video, I heard him say he likes to have nuts 3 times a day. That's a ton of fat. They're 85% fat on average, okay? That's a ton of fat. He also says it's okay to have dairy, 1 or 2 servings a day. This is the Walter Willett healthy eating pyramid from the Department of Nutrition, Harvard School of Public Health. I call it the Harvard clown diet. It's ridiculous. And he even allows a little bit of red meat. Not often, but a little while, it's okay. And then he says, potatoes are not that good for you. Avoid potatoes. That's insane. Potatoes have 1% of calories from fat. Salmon, by the way, has 50% of calories from fat. Oil is 100% of calories from fat. Okay, then he says a little bit of alcohol is okay. No, you shouldn't have any alcohol. Alcohol is a poison. It's a brain poison, bodily poison. He says a multivitamin is something he likes for most people with vitamin D. Multivitamins create all kinds of nutritional imbalances that are harmful. I think you shouldn't take them. All right, well, anyways, I just want you to see. So what I'm trying to say is when you watch this video, I'll put the link in the description below. It's totally sophisticated. I mean, you can tell there is big money behind this. You'll also notice when he wants to talk to some famous person, they show up. When he wants to go to university, he's allowed in. He's welcome. There's no famous person that wants to talk to me. There's no university that, would want me on their premises doing one of my nutrition videos or interviews. What I'm trying to say is he is totally approved by the establishment. You don't get approved by the establishment unless you're helping the establishment, unless there's some big money behind you. Okay, there's no money behind me. And he then listed a whole bunch of nutrition influencers. He didn't even put my picture in there because he knows I'm nobody. I'm so shadow banned that nobody's heard of me, other than a few small people who are really trying to learn. So anyways, it was just amazing the nerve they had to sit there and tell everybody that all these omega-6 oils are good for people. I thought the whole thing was insane. I'll put the link to it in the description below.